PrepsPreps.com. I'm Evan Wren, and this is the Countdown to Two-A-Days series, our daily look at an area football team and the key questions we'll be answering about that team in our August 20th preseason preview here at Big Country Preps. I'm with my partner, Dan Youngblood, via Zoom. And tonight, Dan, we've got the Tolar Rattlers.
Yeah, and this is a Tolar program that's coming off, several really nice seasons, including 11-2 campaign last year in Coach Blake Mauser's first year as the head coach. So this has been one of the more consistently successful programs in recent years. One thing's going to be interesting this year is they're going to have kind of that culture, that those expectations, that momentum challenge maybe a little bit as they lost 19 of their 34 lettermen from last year's team, including 7 starters on both sides of the football. So going to be a lot of new faces in 2025, and that's going to create a lot of questions, some of which we'll talk about here in just a little bit. But this is going to be a fun season for Tolar just to see kind of if they're able to maintain the level of success we've become accustomed to seeing with maybe a little bit of a new crew this year.
All right, before we talk about the Rattlers, let's talk about subscribing on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, won't you please? And then after that, hit that little bell, and then you'll get notifications each and every time that we come up with a new video and place it on YouTube. And with that, Dan, it's time to start throwing out some questions that we may have about the Tolar Rattlers.
Yeah, and we'll start right at the beginning. This is a program that, unlike a lot of the ones we've been talking lately, has a coach who is back for year 2. That's Blake Mauser, who did a great job last year. They won 11 games, had a really nice season. But like we mentioned, it's going to be a little bit of a new crew this year. They've only got 15 of their 34 lettermen back, 4 starters on both sides of the football. Can this be more of a reloading season, or will it be more of a rebuilding season for Tolar? There are some positives still. This is a program that won district championships at the sub varsity levels last year, so they've got some kids coming up and replacing some of those spots with who have had success and expect success. Obviously, those who've been part of the varsity program have experienced a whole lot of success and are starting with a winning culture. My question is how far will that culture take them this year? Because you are going to have some holes to fill, which is something they haven't really had in recent years because they've had the winningest senior class in history just graduate. So this is a program that I know has built some expectations, has achieved a really high level of success, and I'm just interested to see if they can kind of keep that ball rolling here in 2025.
I'm going to go ahead and make a statement here. I think that Tolar's going to be fine. I think they're going to do well. I think they're still going to be a playoff team that might actually, make a postseason push. And I've got a couple of reasons for it. They've got good skill personnel. They've got an experienced quarterback in Britton Rice, who is a quality QB. Only threw 6 picks last year, 21 touchdowns. They've got capable receiving in Noah Yanish and Dason Watkins. Uh, these are good football players, and they've got size. They've got kids that are 220, 225, 244. They've even got a kid that's 281. They got another one that's 261. They're going to get a push up front to be able to run the football, and they're going to be able to challenge defensively to stop the run with all this girth that they've got. I think they're going to be just fine. They've got skill, they've got size, they've got a winning attitude. I think the Rattlers are going to be fine. I don't look for them to take a step back this year. If they do take a step back, it's going to be a minor one.
Yeah, and I tend to agree there as well. The one thing that's going to be interesting to see is a lot of that size they've got is on the more inexperienced side of things. So they're going to have some kids that are going to have to grow up quickly on both fronts. So that's kind of a question I have is line play. I think they've got the talent there. They've got the size there. It's just a matter of gaining experience and getting up to speed quickly. And along those lines, I'm going to move to the defensive side of the football specifically, which is Coach Mauser's specialty. I'm interested to see if their front can get up to speed quickly enough to kind of avoid maybe a little bit of a step back defensively. That has been such a good program defensively the last several years. Been very difficult to score on. They're going to have some spots to fill on both on the line and the linebacker spots, and I'm just interested to see what those new faces look like and kind of how they perform in those roles. I'm with you. I don't expect a giant step back. I think there's talent in this program. I think there's a culture in this program, expectations in this program that are all good signs to have that kind of help you get to that reload season as opposed to a rebuild season. But there are still some questions there, so I'm interested to see how Tolar answers those.
We're going to take a look at Tolar's schedule for 2025. But before we do that, we need to thank a few of our sponsors. Beginning with For the Love of the Game Broadcasting, and our old friend Terry Slavens, owner of K-Lakes 93.5 FM out of Breckenridge, 97.7 FM KATX out of Eastland, Classic Country AM 1330 out of Graham, 94.7 FM KWKQ out of Graham, KROO 1430 AM out of Breck, and KWBY 98.5 FM out of Ranger. That is For the Love of the Game Broadcasting. Also, Rob Durham, sales consultant at Bayer Chevrolet Buick Cadillac up in Breckenridge. If you're in the market for a new vehicle or a used vehicle, call Rob. He's one of the nicest guys you'll ever want to meet. Give him a shout at 254 559 2266. That's Rob Durham up at Bayer Chevrolet Buick Cadillac in Breckenridge. And finally, Cavalry Resources and Construction, located up in Breckenridge, serving the entire big country, offering custom standing seam roofing made on location and all commercial roofing applications. Give Kobe Walker a shout at 254 246 5546. That is Cavalry Resources and Construction in Breckenridge. All right, and with that, it's time to take a peek at Tolar's schedule for 2025. We'll start with the non-district portion, which will begin with a home date against Peaster on August the 29th. Another home date with Teague will follow on the 5th of September. Two straight road dates at Millsap and Comanche will follow after that on the 12th and 19th of September, respectively, and then back home to face the Breckenridge Buckaroos on the 26th of September before jumping into their open date.
And after that open date, they have back-to-back road games to kick off district play. October 10th at Early, October 17th at Dublin. They come back home to play Clifton on the 24th of October before playing a big game at Brady on Halloween night. And then they wrap up their district schedule at home against Eastland on November 7th. So, pretty good looking schedule there. Should be challenging for them.
All right, games of the year, but I think in this case, Dan, it's singular. I think it is game of the year, and I think we're going to agree on it. Go ahead and go first.
Yeah, I think we that I got that Halloween night game at Brady circled. I think this Brady team has a chance to take a nice step forward after having a really good season last year, and that being a road game, it could be a really interesting one that likely decides the district championship in this district.
Yes, I agree. I think that that lines up early on as the district championship game. Obviously, they don't want to take anybody lightly and take care of business, but man, that's one to circle on the calendar right there. Halloween night at Brady.
Yeah, that's the big one for me. I think it's going to be this is an interesting schedule district though. This one's always pretty competitive, so it should be fun run.
All right, and with that, it's time to wrap up this edition of the Countdown to Two-A-Days series, the Tolar Rattlers. But before we do that, we want to remind you one more time, August 20th is the big date. That's the day that we release our preseason preview with everything you want in a preview, the most comprehensive look at big country football of any media source, either in the area or statewide.
And again, that comes out August 20th. In the meantime, thank you for joining us for this episode of our Countdown to Two-A-Days series. And make sure you come back tomorrow when we move up to Class 3A D1 with the Breckenridge Buckaroos here at BigCountryPreps.com.